All right, bro. This is going to be a quick one, but I got a little bit of a story that I'm going to tell you that might just help you. Anyway, this takes place during high school. We had the Marine Corps. They came in with this big pull up bar in the lunchroom, and you're probably familiar with this if you're in school right now, high school, college, whatever. You get the military, they always come in and they set something up, some pull up bar, push up exercise, whatever it may be, right? And I just remember coming up from the gym at the school, and there was a bunch of juniors, freshmen, sophomores, seniors just huddled around this Marine Corps stand where there was a big pull-up bar and whatnot. It was a tall pull-up bar. And I remember a bunch of these guys, these barrel-chested dudes, just jocks, everybody just huddling around this thing, push-ups, pull-ups, whatever it was. And I came from my workout, I came from the gym that was in the school. And I just I made my way through that crowd of people. I waited until somebody else finished up and whatnot. I was kind of just unknown. I snuck through just the forest of the trees, and I just pushed them along and made my way to that pull-up bar. I got to that pull-up bar, and the people before me, they were getting, maybe 5, 6, 12, 13-ish pull-ups. And I hopped up on that pull-up bar, and some people were like cheering me on, like, oh yeah, you got this, bro, you got this, bro. Can you guess how many pull-ups I did? I didn't do 13. I didn't do 15. I didn't do 20. I ended up doing 26 pull-ups. And I'm not trying to brag about this. I'm not trying to be like, get some pats on the back or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. The reason why I bring this story up is because I specifically trained so hard on my pull-ups. I trained hard on my push-ups. I trained hard on calisthenics. Just everything I trained hard on. For that very day when I got to show the capability off, and I didn't know it was going to be in front of my classmates, in front of a bunch of people at school and whatnot. It didn't matter. But when I dropped down from that pull-up bar, those Marines, they gave me a look that has still stuck with me, like, this guy. And everybody around me started clapping me on the back. They started, shaking my hands, doing whatever, saying hi, saying what's up. It became more friendly, all this type of stuff. The girls were looking at me, and I just walked out of there. And as I was remembering the story, I thought of a quote, a very interesting quote. And it's the reason why I tell the story. You don't rise to the occasion, you sink to the level of your training. I'll say that once more time. You don't rise to the occasion, you sink to the level of your training. The level of my training for that specific skill, that specific exercise at the time, was 30 pull-ups. Was sets of 10, sets of just as many pull-ups as I could do. And I would train him, and I'd train him, and I'd train him. And I was not a jock. I wasn't anything. I was a quiet kid. But going to the moral of the story, we always think, especially young men like myself, we always think that when a big challenge comes our way, we can always just spur of the moment, rise to the occasion. We'll make do with what we got. Yeah. When that girl comes in front of us, when that opportunity is presented to us, we'll just wing it. We'll do what we need to do. I'll no longer be socially awkward, and I'll all of a sudden be able to socialize with this woman amazingly, or this opportunity comes to me, whether it's a job, whether it's a school, whatever, and with my amazing abilities, I'm just going to be able to hop right into it. It's not the case. It's not. But when you train them, when you train to socialize, when you cold approach other women, when you talk to them, when you get relationships, when you start developing skills in that opportunity, whatever it is, maybe it's baking. You want to become a better baker. You want to become somebody who's capable of making great pastries and all this stuff. Well, in order to do that, you're going to need to master your craft. You're going to need to understand ovens. You're going to need to understand the tools, how to, manipulate dough, all this type of stuff. There's a lot to it. And I can count on it that spur of the moment somebody says make a baguette, you're not going to be able to do it if you're not well prepared. I'm not saying that you should paranoid yourself and you should make yourself this person waiting for an opportunity to come that never does, or is so niche that it's like, why? But that training, just like me in the gym every single day, training, pull-ups, push-ups, pull-ups, push-ups, doing it, putting the reps in. When a moment comes when I need to use it, the lowest level of my training is high compared to everybody else. It's high. And so even if I would have only gotten 20 pull-ups on that bar, 15 pull-ups on that bar, maybe having a bad day in the gym or something like that, that's still above almost everybody there. I mean, you know how many pull-ups people can do nowadays. It's like less than 3. So apply this to everything that you have, whatever it is. If it's school, if it's your job, if it's your relationship, it doesn't matter what it is. Apply it. You don't rise to the occasion. You sink to the lowest level of your training. Anyway, brother, that's all I have today. I hope it helped. I'll see you in the next one.